The Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker teaser trailer just debuted yesterday over at Star Wars Celebration over in Chicago, and it left a lot of people wondering and asking themselves questions as to why we hear the laughter of Emperor Palpatine at the very end of the teaser before it fades to black. Now, what's really intriguing about all of this is that a lot of people are trying to figure out exactly what Palpatine's place in the story is really going to be. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, these past months, give or take, we have been going over various leaks of Palpatine in the form of dream sequences, visions, and stuff around that like. And it really does leave open the possibility of course, Palpatine coming back to life if J.J. Abrams does indeed want to actually jump into the EU/Legends material. Now, we do know that Ian McDiarmid himself is coming back as Emperor Palpatine. You know, the actual actor that we all know and love from the prequels and the originals will be a part of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So I wanted to hop on something that's really intriguing, and this all actually comes from Yahoo Entertainment. They got a chance to go ahead and talk to J.J. Abrams, where they were asking him tons of questions, specifically about Emperor Palpatine and his return, and what it was like working with Ian McDiarmid, and of course what fans can expect to see in this actual movie. So this is what J.J. Abrams had to say, and his reaction of working with Emperor Palpatine portrayed by Ian McDiarmid. So this is what he had to say, very briefly. Working with Ian was among the most wonderful experiences I've ever had. He is a breathtakingly good actor, and it's going to be a lot of fun for audiences to see. So that's what J.J. Abrams had to say about Emperor Palpatine's return portrayed by Ian himself once again. Again, guys, like I say, the way J.J. Abrams says how working with Ian was among the most wonderful experiences I've ever had. He is a breathtakingly good actor, and it's going to be a lot of fun for audiences to see. So this tells us that Palpatine is significant in the story. And honestly, guys, I'm very surprised that they were able to keep this particular part of the movie under wraps, that Ian himself was involved in the actual film. You guys may remember a couple of months back, a lot of people were asking Ian on whether or not he would be involved in a future Star Wars movie, or if he is going to be involved in Star Wars Episode 9, and he flat out denied it. Now, I don't know if this was because of some of the script changes, which we will actually get into a little bit later, but what's really intriguing to me the most is how Palpatine is actually going to be a significant part of the story. It's exactly why J.J. Abrams brought Ian back on board, which means that there is a lot more to the story than we already know about Emperor Palpatine in the film. A lot of people are starting to wonder, could it be that Snoke was really a puppet of Palpatine this whole entire time and a test subject by, of course, Palpatine in, of course, the shadows? Could it be something as crazy as that? Or are we going to see something more around the lines of like how we have been talking about through some of the leaks, like Palpatine coming back in the form of dream sequences, visions, holograms, and even the suit, the robotic version of Palpatine that we do get to see in Battlefront 2. Now, like I say, I think that the best option to go with is to really stick with the EU and bring Palpatine back to life. However, there's one downside to this. It really kind of devalues Darth Vader's sacrifice at the very end of Return of the Jedi, where you think he's dead, but he's not really dead. Would that really kind of shatter the original trilogy? I'm not quite sure. Again, like I say, that's a risk that J.J. Abrams is probably willing to take if Palpatine is indeed coming back to life. Now, I don't want to really, get to that assumption too fast that he's coming back to life, but I feel that he is going to do something around those lines, where he's going to tap into the EU. Nonetheless, through all the various leaks, so far Palpatine has actually been said to be in the form of holograms, vision sequences, dream sequences, and of course, something to do with a different dimension that both Kylo Ren and Rey go through at a certain point in time in the film. So this teaser trailer has been very impressive. JJ has been making pretty much, a lot of success with this movie. So far, he actually gave us an update. So far, the movie is 90 minutes long. Mind you, that's not the official running time or the runtime of Episode 9. It just means as they are editing and adding in new scenes, that's what they're up to right now as far as mixing all the segments of the movie together goes. So as of right now, they are 90 minutes into editing of the movie as far as just cutting things and editing things around here and there and adding the special effects and stuff. Now, my point of view, I really do feel like that Disney and Lucasfilm used Palpatine as a great great marketing stunt, a little marketing, technique here in order to really get the fans talking for months and months on end until we at least get that BTS reel, most likely this July over at San Diego Comic-Con, and or the full trailer, which is likely to drop in or around September to October, very similar to what happened with The Last Jedi's full trailer. So with that being said, guys, I think that this was a good decision that they dropped the laughter of Palpatine at the very end, following, of course, the line of dialogue by Luke Skywalker saying, "Nobody's ever really gone." So the reason as to why they added in that dialogue is Palpatine really back to life because they mixed Luke's dialogue saying nobody's ever really gone, or is this all misdirection? As I've stated before in the past, I feel like that Palpatine's laughter in the teaser is going to be a little way of really shifting our attention away from a different and far bigger surprise in the movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.